Oh my God, it's time to play D&D. Hey everybody, thanks for being here for Artema Season 2 premiere.
Are we live on the
Woo!
internet?
We are live on the internet, my friends. It's time to play D&D.
I didn't consent to this.
Are we streaming to our GeoCities website?
This is our tripod, but
Tripod.
we are cross-streaming to Angel Fire tonight, so fingers crossed we get more than 4 viewers. Just kidding, we love you
I'm
guys.
going to
Thanks for
document
being
this
here.
violation on my dead journal.
Oh my God, you wrote a dead journal for the goth kids? Oh. If you're here, we really appreciate it. But if you haven't already, we would love it if you gave us a follow. If you see the heart button down below, follow us and you'll get notified when we go live. We play 2 different games twice a week. Songs of Creation, DM by Matt. Oh, I did it right that time. And this game, Artema, DM by Mike. And we're also doing regular one-shots. But once a month, we're trying to bring in special guests and raise some really great money for awesome charities. More on that in just a second. But yeah, follow us, get notified when we go live. If you like spicy D&D memes, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter if you want to find out about all the cool stuff we're giving away these days. And Matthew, yes, will you please tell us about our next one-shot?
Yeah. First of all, happy early Valentine's Day to all you guys out there. Love you. And we would love to have you come by on the 26th when I'm going to be hosting our next charity one-shot for supporting the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Research Foundation. Really wonderful cause. We're going to be playing Wander Home. Special guest star Abigail, who actually does a bunch of murder mystery. Really, really, cool, good friend of ours. Yeah.
Who's Clues?
Who's Clues?
Who's Clues?
Yeah, that's
Wait,
what
what?
the murder mystery thing is. So yeah, Wander Home is going to be sort of a Redwall kind of inspired take. It's definitely, it's a different kind of role-playing game. So we're going to be playing that and just kind of building a world and telling stories together.
I'm going to be a frog.
Yeah, she's going to be a frog.
Yeah, so 2 Saturdays from now, 8:30 Eastern, and we'll put it in the... Oh yeah, if you want to come hang out in the chat, join us on our Discord. If someone can do just an exclamation Discord, you can get a link and you can come hang out.
Nightbot just did it. We're good.
Thank you, Nightbot.
We're discovered.
It's becoming sentient. I'm concerned.
Oh God,
I like it.
it knows stuff before even we do.
Another cool thing Nightbot's going to do for us tonight, we have a giveaway. So if you stick around, at least until we have our break tonight, we're going to be giving away a digital pre-order of Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep. Mike, I think, will give you a secret code word. Are we going to do the secret code word before the break? I feel like that's why it didn't work last time, is because we did it the whole game. Let's do it like right before the break. We'll give you guys the secret code word. You'll put it in the chat. You'll put it like just that secret code word once and hit enter. And then after we come back from break, we'll pick a winner and we'll send you the download code for Call of the Netherdeep and you can play it with your friends.
All right.
Okay. Mike, who's doing our sound tonight?
And Matt, am I the only one that needs to get you my character sheet for Wander Home?
No, I have.
Because I still need to do that. Okay.
Oh,
so-
it's me. I'm the worst.
From Abigail. Thank you, Abigail. The rest of you.
Don't you have to send it to us to fill out?
Oh, Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail
Okay.
said, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, so on your character sheets, we'll talk about it off the stream. I don't want
No, I want to do all the business right now in front of people.
Yeah,
All right.
all the nitty gritty, right out here in the open.
Roll our stats.
No,
Screw Artema tonight. Let's just.
It's not like we've been waiting for this for
Session
weeks.
0 now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, I'm the DM again. All right, listen, guys.
Cool. All right. So the only other thing to kind of shout out is Syrinscape. So we use Syrinscape for our audio, has music, sound effects, ambiance. Nothing is playing right now. It'll start in a couple of minutes, but it's really a great application. So if you need something for either offline or online, tabletop RPGs, it's the way to go. Has a nice, easy to use user interface and a large library. So thank you, Syrinscape.
Oh yeah, and friends who are watching, hi, thanks for being here. If something interesting or funny happens, can you clip it for me? Because I love to do these compilation videos and that would help me out a ton. So thanks if you think of it.
Can they do that?
Yeah, not with Nightbot, but I mean just in Twitch, they can hit the clip button. And that would mean a lot to me.
That's
So,
simple.
thank you.
There you go. Cool.
Let's play D&D.
Excellent. All right. So Welcome to tonight's episode of Artema, essentially what I kind of consider to be the season 2 premiere. Quick recap, maybe not so quick recap, of essentially all of season 1, kind of what happened for anybody who's just kind of tuning in for the first time. Last time we joined our friends here and adventurers, they had just barely escaped an island in the middle of the Siren Ocean, which is the ocean that separates the continent of Dervos from Artema, which is the somewhat newly discovered land far to the west of Dervos. Rewinding some, our adventurers, most being magic users and looked down upon by the Empire of Dervos, were conscripted by Emperor Salinor and banished across the Siren Ocean to help establish strongholds in Artema. While magic in this world is not outright forbidden, those who use it are found to often be stigmatized and victims of prejudice instigated by the Emperor himself. Emperor Salinor seems to be conscripting many magic users to Artema to seemingly rid the continent of Dervos of any who possess the ability. At the beginning of Season 1, our adventure spent about a week at sea aboard the Selena, one of the many ships controlled by the Empire and used for a variety of purposes, including sending Diabols, or the magic users, over to Artema. That first week aboard the Selena was eventful to say the least. Constantly being awakened by high-pitched siren calls at night, accompanied by a hag haunting your dreams. This hag pulled you into a dream realm different from any normal state of sleep. Zeph, in this dream realm, for example, you lost your right hand in battle, and each time you returned, that hand was missing as well. After several nights, you found your way in this dream realm to a large lake deep underground, where this hag asked you to return with first mate Thalia Harlan from aboard the Selena. This hag claimed to be Thalia's long-deceased wife. After discovering this hag was actually not Thalia's wife, the hag fled the body of Thalia's dead wife. A few other key things that happened during that first week aboard the Selena. You all found that the crew of the Selena was keeping a Suma pirate in the brig for reasons still somewhat unclear. Valsina, you were infected by a parasitic fish called a purlid. Finally, the ship was caught in a very nasty storm and was torn apart, leaving many aboard the ship dead, with those surviving stranded on a remote island in the middle of the Siren Ocean. After trudging through the dense jungle of this island towards a lighthouse on the opposite side of the island, you emerged on a beach to a band of Suma pirates fleeing the island, as they were being pursued and brutally slaughtered by an onslaught of Fey-like creatures. Most of the Suma were killed, with only one ship escaping. Additionally, Vorak Altorel, the Suma pirate who had been held captive aboard the Selena, escaped by jumping into the ocean to a fate unknown. Following this, our group of adventurers explored the lighthouse, found themselves in an underground ancient elven cavern, and much to their own disappointment, but perhaps to the delight of the DM, unleashed a long-imprisoned shadow fae by the name of Navera Berlon, who was seemingly old as dirt. Navera Berlon was an inhabitant of this island from millennia and millennia past, who corrupted an ancient Fey race who lived there by turning many of them to worship Ula al-Oti, the devil god that the Suma pirates worship. What happened to this Fey race that once inhabited the island, and what became of the elven race that succeeded them millennia later? After barely escaping the ancient elven caverns with your lives, you emerged via a sigil in an ancient elven library. After a quick search of the books lining the walls and scattered on the ground, you were able to glean some key information. Most important of which was that there was a handful of Shadow Fae who served Navera Berlon unfailingly, and these creatures became hags and still reside in the material plane. Secondly, some broken clay discs were found in the library, similar to a clay disc that you found aboard the Suma pirate ship. These discs you discovered were used to learn how to house a powerful magic to seal away ancient evils. Thirdly, some of the ancient texts referenced purlids, and that they actually carry bits of the realm from which Ula Oti resides. Suddenly, the island started shaking, volcanoes erupting, as newly released Shadow Fae Navera Berlon began to tear the island apart. The five of you quickly escaped and made your way down the mountain towards the beach, only to find that the island was lifting into the sky with the ocean stretching away beneath you. You all, the five of you, decided to leap off the edge of the island, careening down towards the ocean beneath you. And I believe it was you, Rowan. What happened? Did you kind of went through a portal? Is that right?
Yes, the spirit I was with kind of dragged me into another dimension or something, or
Hmm.
like a portal, and then I got to see a dragon, and then I rode that dragon, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you have kind of a fae friend that accompanies you where you've been on this island so far, and kind of teleported you to this other realm where you came face to face with a dragon. And this dragon explained a few, kind of a couple key things to you, that the being you unleashed, Nevera Barallon, is likely searching for something called the Plate of Bonding. Um, After that, the dragon agreed to help you by coming back through the portal to the material plane and essentially catching four of you. Trishkana, you crashed into the ocean, but you were okay. This dragon was able to save you before being sucked down a whirlpool into the Siren Ocean, and you all made your way safely to the Suma pirate ship that had left the island that you were on. So,
Didn't the dragon appear to give their life to do so too, if I remember correctly?
yes,
Fell in the water and drowned. Majestic, beautiful beast.
you got it. So, I would say at this point, one night has passed. Everybody has a long rest. It is the following morning, aboard your vessel. The crew of the vessel is kind of going about their usual business as though they'd been in charge of the ship for years, like they were the Selena. And you guys all wake up in your quarters. So, what do you want to do?
Order skin. And
I think we need to. Oh, go ahead, Rowan.
You go ahead. It's fine.
I just think we need to talk about what happened.
Oh, some of us took fancy quarters and some of us kind of shacked up together. I can't remember who did what or where we're all at.
So, there will be a map for the ship soon. It is a very time-consuming map to make.
Sorry, not calling you out.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I would say that there was a nicer set of quarters kind of on the top deck, and then down below is another set of quarters, some individual rooms down below as well. I think you all took your own rooms down on the deck below, on the second deck down, I think is what you did, if I recall.
Well, sure. I mean, if I can have my own room, I'll take my own room.
I think I'm in the captain's bed still, assuming the captain's not there. Didn't
Oh yeah.
just want to pick the best room. So, and I pull Squeakums out, my mouse, and I'm just gonna talk to him for a bit and just feel like we had a crazy day yesterday. I mean, we kind of woke up an evil god and rode a dragon, and I pissed myself, which was embarrassing. I think maybe today we just need to let it loose a little. Like, do what we used to do. Like maybe play a few tricks or pranks or something. What do you think? I just look at Squeakums.
Squeakums kind of runs up your arm, up your hand, and up your arm to your shoulder, and just turns and like faces forward the same direction you're facing.
I'll take that as a yes. And then I'm gonna head out.
Okay. So Rowan, you make your way out to the top deck, with the expanse of the Siren Ocean stretched before you. It's a beautiful day, as beautiful as the background image in Ashley's portion of the stream. The sun is shining, just starting to rise above the horizon, casting long beams of sunlight along the surface of the water.
Into the kitchen, and guys, I found some mushrooms while we were on the island. Some of them were edible, and some of them were for other purposes. I'm gonna take the other purposes ones, just like one of them, and kind of slice it up and see if I can put it in Holby's breakfast.
Okay.
What's
Do-
happening already?
What the fuck?
Well, this is happening.
All right.
So let's say, let's do this. Can you do an insight check for me to determine? Well, tell me how you're doing this. If you're putting in what you think Holfi is going to eat for breakfast,
Bringing him a plate.
you're bringing him a plate. You're good then. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you take these mushrooms and find a kind of really nice wooden cutting board that's hefty and weighs a good bit, and you take a knife and just kind of chop it up into little bits. And what are you making for him for breakfast?
Omelet, eggs, some mushroom, cheese.
Classic.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. So you sprinkle with some mushrooms too, and you tell me what you do.
This is fucked.
So is there like a mess hall where everyone is like eating, or is it more of like, I guess I try to figure out where he is
Mm-hmm.
and act kind of nonchalantly like, I brought you breakfast.
So you tell me, Holfi, where are you at this moment?
Holfi is recovering as he burnt his hands from the lava coming out of the
Yeah.
giant island that was rising up. So he's got blisters all over his fingers. The poor old man. is
Got
recovering.
blisters on me fingers.
Blisters on my fingers. Yes. Lying in bed, probably dealing with a chill, a fever from
Low grade fever.
low grade fever coming down from given that there's probably going to be infected and all that, and just dealing with burns. Pulling a blanket tight over him, but it's not quite enough. Shivering in his room.
The boat kind of rocks gently back and forth, but in your current state, it feels like, even though you're used to being on a ship now, it feels like so much more.
The
You feel a little
delirium
nauseous on top of
fever
it.
is definitely like it's on that borderline between like, God, I wish I could go to sleep. No, that would be worse.
It's about to get a whole lot worse. All right, so what
Or what now?
So what are you doing, Alicia?
I'm gonna knock on his door. Holfi, you there?
Come in.
The door. I heard you're not doing so well, so I thought I'd bring you some breakfast in bed.
Oh, thank you, Rowan. Quite kind of you.
I'll just
Oh.
give him the breakfast, and I'll sit down and eat my breakfast with him.
I pick myself up. Sit on the corner of the bed. Oh, it looks quite good. Thank you. And take a bite. Where did you learn how to cook an omelet anyways? On that barge? Or?
Oh no, they didn't have a kitchen. That was just like, sticks roped together.
Well, it's quite good. You did this thing where the eggs where, you didn't burn them. Did you cream or water?
And tricks, don't crowd the mushrooms.
Don't crowd the mushrooms.
Mhm, mhm.
That's my mistake. I like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I would say, even if you weren't in the state, maybe I'd have you do a perception check to see if you notice anything off about it. But in your current state, it just tastes really good right now. And
Just happy for a good meal. It was so kind of you. Thank you. And just gobble it up. Tastes gamey. Yeah. All right.
All right, so the two of you are currently sitting in Holfi's quarters. And if you didn't all have separate rooms, you just tell me if I got that wrong. But what are the rest of you doing?
Zeph wakes up and lays. He's asleep on his back with his arms out, just like almost planked, like in his bed. And he opens his eyes, like suddenly shoot open, unsure of exactly where he is or what he is. And he pulls up his hand to look and see if it's there. Like unsure of, did he come in or out of that, or what the hell is going on? Just trying to process, because when you go to sleep at night, you process everything that happened for the day. Your brain goes through all that, it cleans, it does all the garbage collection and solidifies everything, and he just can't even begin to process the last day, let alone the last week.
Yeah. So yeah, you go ahead. Sorry.
So he's just laying there trying to
Mhm.
process, waiting to hear something outside until if he's hearing mostly silence. Once something outside jars him out of this, then he'll probably get up and leave.
Yeah. So you come away kind of light beads of sweat, not quite processing, like you said, the past day, let alone the past week, and suddenly you jerk your right hand up and just to look at it, make sure it's actually there. You hear some low conversation coming from quarters down the hall. Sounds like it's Rowan and Holfie. You hear the occasional tink tink of silverware on plates.
All right, I'll jump out of bed and check myself, make sure my bits and belongings are all where they're supposed to be,
Mhm.
and just thrust my head up the door quickly, looking left and right down the corridor, just trying to discern where the noises are coming from.
Yeah, so you hear it a few doors down. You just hear their low voices kind of chatting, the occasional low laugh.
Am I hearing Holtby
joke
and
is
Rowan?
told. Yeah, you hear Holfie and Rowan. You also hear the noise of the crew above decks, kind of getting the ship ready as you all leisurely wake up. Yeah.
I'm gonna head down to where I hear Holfie and Rowan and just start not gently knocking on the door, but just like kind of like incessantly knocking without stopping, like are you guys in there? What's going on? What's going on? Oh my god! I was just kind of panicking.
Come on in.
I didn't hear you say again.
Come on in.
Oh god. Okay. I'm coming in. Oh my god. What? How are you so calm? How are you so calm?
Just eating. Rowan was kind enough to bring me something.
How can you eat breakfast? We
Well,
jumped off a flaming fucking island. How are you so calm?
Because I'm not on the flaming fucking island.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, smartass. I'm failing to process all of this. This is not okay. This is not what life was supposed to be, right?
No, I there's that much.
Do you want some coffee?
I'm always suspicious of Rowan offering anyone anything.
Fair. Very fair.
Yes.
I can go get you some coffee.
If you if you want to, you could just role play it, or if you want to roll, you could do a deception check, Rowan, and
I would like a deception check. Well, if she didn't,
and you could do an insight check, so
Deception versus
whichever would be
insight?
higher.
she held coffee up. But did you have coffee with you to share now, or were you going to go get it?
I'm going to go get it.
Uh,
I don't have coffee with me.
I can go get it, thanks.
I don't mind.
No, I'm grateful. I don't know that I need that yet. I just needed to see some faces that I, for once, don't feel like at least half are not trying to kill me. So we're right about that ratio now. So
Some mushrooms too, if you want mushrooms.
It's quite good, actually. It's nice,
good mushrooms.
flavorful.
I'll go down to the mess and find something. I just needed to see a familiar face from. I'm still not sure what's real and what's not.
I'm going to follow you.
What's that?
I'm going to follow you.
You're gonna follow me? Okay. Hofi, are you?
I'm going to finish my omelet here. It's quite good.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm actually feeling a bit. Hurting a bit. Thank you.
Holfie, just trust your instincts.
All right. Yeah. No, it sounds like. Hey, I trusted my instincts, and now I'm eating good breakfast.
Okay. I'm gonna head down to the mess. Have you seen anyone else? Is it just
And
us?
Rowan, you follow him.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So you make your way down to the mess hall, and so we'll come back to that.
Sure.
Trishkana and/or Valsina, what are you two doing?
Probably startled awake by the very quick, incessant knocking from the door next to me.
The frantic, manic knocking by Zeph.
And I kind of do that thing where I startle awake, but I'm way too big for this bed, so I immediately like bash my elbow and knee into the wall. And I'm like, "Yep, no, I'm awake now. God, and I'm trying not to think too hard about the information we've learned about Perlids. So I'm gonna go distract myself by either investigating the knocking or bumping into Zeph and Rowan going to investigate the knocking.
Okay. All right. And how about you, Trishkana?
Trishkana's been awake for a couple of hours, and she is currently in a crow's nest, trying to commune, looking very frazzled. Maybe been crying for a little bit.
Okay. Are you sitting there trying to commune right now?
Yeah, she's been.
Yeah.
She got up before the sun rose and has been in this crow's nest for maybe like 3 hours already, just like trying to listen to the ocean winds and take some guidance because she's completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, you take a few hours even before the sun rises to have some mindfulness to yourself, some peace and calm, to find some meaning in perhaps the events that unfolded over the last week. You're not sure the meaning of it all. And as you sit there peacefully and calmly, you find a sense of peace and a sense of oneness. And you feel for the first time since you left the village of Loudwater, you feel this calm wash over you, and you hear a voice as though distant. Yes, my dear. I am here.
Why am I part of it? I went on this path to stop whatever was unleashed, and then I unleashed it. Why put me in it at all?
It is not I who has a say in what happens to whom. I am a god, but I do not control the fates.
What do I do?
In time, you will know.
Do I keep following them?
Them. She asks that almost like a question.
From the vision, Rowan and Valsina, they were the ones I saw coming out of the ocean.
There's your problem. Them. Do not think of it as them.
I'll try.
Answers will come in time. And with that, you feel a sense of calm and additional, peace wash over you, as you feel that circle of light just emanate out from your chest in a sense of calm.
Well, since she's calmed down a bit, she'll finally come back down to the main deck and go get something to eat.
Okay. So you make your way down to the main deck, down to the deck below towards where the kitchen is, and you see Valsina just walk out of her room, and you see Rowan and Zeph just entering the kitchen now, and Holfi is still in his room, as far as you can tell. So who's doing what? I'll ask this, Zeph. Were you there? Does Zeph know what mushrooms Rowan had acquired?
I do not recall.
I don't think I told anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I totally believe that. Why would she?
Okay.
Yeah, anything that Rowan shares is strategic in nature, I feel. So I'm in the mess, I guess. What do I see?
So in the mess hall, you see the remnants of breakfast made, apparently by Rowan and maybe some other people as well. You see a cutting board with some little specks of mushroom on there, and just a lot of utensils, pots and pans, some casts.
I'll just grab whatever looks ready-made and shovel it onto a plate.
Plenty of food. Yeah, it looks like there's some leftover eggs that were scrambled and kind of left in a pan, and some bread with some butter next to it. And you pile that all onto a plate for your
Perfect.
meal.
I'll just find an open spot somewhere and sit down and start scarfing. Grab some coffee.
Yep. All right.
But I'm eating not because I'm enthused or I feel like I'm hungry, but because I know it's what I'm supposed to do. I have to.
Yep.
Say, I'm getting coffee. Does anybody want coffee?
I've got. Thanks.
I'd have some coffee.
Yeah, I'll take some coffee, but I'm gonna like watch the entire time she does it.
I'll go knock on Holfie's door.
Or some coffee?
Hello? Come in.
Hey,
No.
As Trishkana enters, Holfi, the door kind of creaks open, but for a second it doesn't look like a solid door. It kind of, as it creaks in, the top of it kind of waves in first, and then the bottom follows it as it continues to open.
Soon they'll make their ship strange.
a bit, I guess.
Carpenter must have not used a level.
You don't look well. I was just coming to check on your hands. I have some salve that I can put together from some herbs that I have if you want me to take a look.
Sure. Do like a seaweed wrap or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into my pouch and just like, doesn't really look like Trishkana completely knows what she's doing, but she has all the elements of an herbal, like an herbalist kit and a medicine kit, and starts like patching things on. Does that feel
Just like pulls out like a crystal on a string and just starts doing the
right?
all the yep.
Yeah, she's humming a bit, like this little bit of, this will work. Listen, did I ever show you my spell book?
No, I don't believe you have.
She goes in her satchel and takes out like one of the weirdest looking books you've ever seen. It's not made with parchment for paper. It's made of, it looks like cured seaweed. Like every page is like light green. When you grow up on a Gorana, you have to protect everything you write on because it doesn't last if it gets wet. So my grandmother taught me how to cure the seaweed so it doesn't dissolve if it gets splashed. And this is all the magic I've ever learned. And I heard stories about these human libraries, like places you could go to read books, like real books. And I always wanted to go to one. It was kind of like a dream I had since I was a little girl, and I finally got to go to one. And she puts her spell book away, and it's been a tough. I'm sorry. How's your hands? Oh God.
My
What's
arms are around her.
leaking?
Give her a hug, even though the hands are hurting. I'm like using my wrist to pat her on the back.
Your hands look kind of like Freddy Krueger right now.
Pretty rough. So like come here. I'm not trying to.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's so. Sorry.
The viewers are going to think I have a weird thing about hands. I swear I don't. It's Zeph's hands.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Sometimes these plot lines just come in handy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you?
Can't put my finger on it. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Are
So
you all right to get out of bed? You look like
no,
you're having trouble focusing.
you know what? I think don't worry about me. Don't. I'm fine.
You've said that a
I'm
few times in the
grateful.
past couple days.
It's been a rough week or two. I came from a library. I mean, that is to say, the place I was before the conscription and everything. I had a vast library. It's where I did most of my work, tutoring the young boy and everything. Well, books.
So
Thicker-
many books.
Because some of them about as thick as my leg. And they were, walls, maybe 20, 30 feet high. Lined. You needed a ladder to climb up to get books.
I'm gonna
Great
go there.
manuscripts. Well, the thing is that a library is something that just holds stories of other people's lives and where they've been. But the people who write them don't necessarily have lives of their own worth living.
Oh. That's some consolation, I suppose. And I
Well-
do worry about you, Holfie. You kind of remind me of my dad.
Oh, I'm sorry to say, it must have been a road sorrowful.
Yeah, but like the fun kind, so it's fine.
Thank you, I suppose. I'm sorry. Feeling a bit dizzy.
I'm over here. Why don't you lay back down?
Yes, yes.
You're sweating a bit.
Did you
As
try? They have omelets downstairs today. Jeez. Try.
As you lay back down on the bed, Holfie, it's kind of that sensation like you laid and you're expecting the mattress to be like where you expect it to be, but it feels it's like an extra like foot beneath where you thought it would be,
It's like
even
a-
though
I hate
even though it
that.
is actively where it's supposed to
It's
be.
like- Oh. Yeah, hopefully it's just like, yeah, like
Okay.
just kind of like feeling the bed.
Yeah. It feels like you're sinking into it.
Oh.
Oh, God, you're still here.
It's
Sorry.
only been 4 seconds, Holfie.
Has it been so long?
Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna go find Valsina.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just, it's a fever. You're all right, I think. Oh,
We'll get you some water. Hang tight.
my hair's doing a thing. Don't just.
I'll go find Valsina, see if she can do anything better than my, crystal nonsense can do.
Everyone's thinking Holfie's gonna fucking die. Great.
So you
Old man
you
Holfie.
yeah, yeah.
Old
you make
man
your
Holfie.
you make your
Would
way
have got
out.
away with it too if we weren't with this meddling kids.
You see Valsina down. You tell me, Valsina, where are you? Did you make your way to the kitchen?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm just kind of, I grabbed a few of the scrambled eggs, and I'm just kind of like watching Rowan make the coffee. Or
Alright.
grab the coffee, whatever.
And you see that down the hall, Trishkana.
I'm kind of shoveling eggs in my mouth as I do.
Yeah, these eggs are the same eggs that Zeph just had. They're old and cold. Like maybe somebody made them 3 hours ago. Maybe Trishkana, who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Joke, you fuckers, I got a fresh made omelet.
They
That's
make
all you
omelets.
got.
Valsina.
Yep.
Hey, oh, that looks good. Like, stab
They're-
a bite off your
cold.
plate.
Hmm?
Yeah. Have you seen Holfula this morning?
Not yet. Weren't a bunch of you guys just in there?
Yeah,
Doing
he's not. Oh, I thought it'd be a little better after, a nice night's rest, but he's not right. Can you make your
Oh,
good berries or something?
Do you think he has a fever from...
Yeah, like the whole time we were talking, he was looking as though I was right here. He's not well.
I'm at the table with you, I think. So I was like, well, he might be high.
I'm sorry, he might be what?
I kind of gave him some mushrooms.
Okay.
What
That's-
type of mushrooms?
As Rowan's just sitting there, like sipping her coffee, like it's
Okay.
like just some
What are those? Is that a vegetable?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a fungus. Some of them are poisonous. Some of them are edible. Some of them are almost edible, and they cause hallucinations. Those are
Okay. Okay. What kind did you give Holfula?
the fun ones.
Which ones are the fun ones to you? Is that the poisonous ones? I just be clear.
The ones that kind of, the magic ones. The hallucination.
Okay. So you weren't trying to kill him. I just want to make sure I'm absolutely clear. You weren't trying to kill him. You were just trying to make him hallucinate?
Just trying to make him have a good time because he looked like he was sad.
That's...
So you tried to medicate just getting this straight. You tried to medicate the man with blisters and a fever with mushrooms that would also make him hallucinate.
Yeah, so he didn't have to think about being in pain.
So Valsina and Zeph, just as this conversation's happening, you're also eating some eggs that you really don't know where they came from or who made them.
I mean, I'm hoping I would have noticed if there were mushrooms in these eggs by this point.
Depends on how thinly diced they were, I guess. But yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. It
Wait,
doesn't
how
look like
long
he's-
ago did you give him these mushrooms?
Well, like 20 minutes ago. I left some in the pan.
The
Are there
3-hour-old
in
egg
these?
pan?
Are there any in these? Did you put anything in this that I'm eating right now?
I don't know. I didn't see where you got the eggs from.
The pre-made, the scrambled eggs that were made when I got here. Did you fuck with them?
I was the only one making eggs when I was here, but it could have been somebody else that came in after me to make eggs.
Those eggs, just to be clear, seem like they're older than the eggs that they seem several hours old, like they've just been sitting there.
Come to think of it, those don't look as good as my eggs.
I'm
not very
certain they're
good.
not. Thank you. I just kind of look down back at my eggs, just like with the holy fuck look on my face. Just
I can make you some eggs if you'd like.
won't be necessary. Thank you.
On an unfamiliar ship in the middle of the ocean. No, I think I'd like to keep my wits about me for now.
I am interested, maybe not this morning, but just as a spiritual experience. I'm always curious. Hofi doesn't look like he's having a very good time right now. Is there some kind of fungus that undoes this?
No, I don't think so. I think you gotta wait it out.
Okay. We should probably get some water in him at least.
Yeah.
That laxative, maybe like would we give him another problem?
You know, maybe just.
When you're high, do you want to shit your pants? That's not on my
Everything's
list.
2 feet to the left. This is gonna end
That's-
terribly.
It's not on my list of things to do, certainly.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
God.
What he needs is a comfortable blanket and some calm words. And water.
I can give him water.
Maybe
I think someone
could.
else should do it.
Maybe someone
perhaps.
else could. I love the enthusiasm. I do. I feel like your heart is definitely probably in the right place. He's just so old. So let's just be really careful with him, okay?
Wait, is he alone right now?
I think you guys think
Yes.
he's more fragile.
He is alone. He is tripping balls alone?
As you say that, Nick, there, you all of you notice like briefly. There's like a just one like I don't know, one of the red shirts, like one of one of Felix von Lucker's like boatswain helpers, like is just picking up like a screwdriver from the edge of the kitchen, and he hears what you're saying, and he just like just grabs it and like walks away pretty quickly.
He's a bard. He's been around. He's seen the world. This probably isn't the first trip he's been on, hopefully.
Does he know he's high? Or you've left him alone by himself?
I haven't even seen him today. You know, maybe I should. Let's go see
We
him.
should, Les, can we please bring some water that hasn't been tainted with Rowan's good intentions? Come on, let's go.
Okay. Let's go check on Hofula. Let's bring some fresh water and
Okay.
Get
Yes.
a cup of coffee and find DMX.
Okay. So let me come back to the rest of you. The rest of you, there's a cask of water. The way water is collected on the ship is casks are kept up on the very top deck. They collect rainwater, and once it kind of fills up to a certain level, they bring it down below, and there's a cask of water, of fresh water there that you have. So Rowan, so you said you you pour yourself another cup of coffee, and you want to go find DMX?
Yep, but I want to check to see if he's in that kitchen eating area first.
Okay. Yeah, so you grab your coffee. You look around in the same kitchen area. There's some people kind of milling about. There's not a ton of crew on the ship, right? Most of the people that are working on the ship are like the main people that you know. There's a few red shirts, and like I said, the helpers of Felix von Lucker's that made it as well. Carl made it to the ship. Thick Carl. You don't see you don't see DMX here on the second deck level.
Okay. So in a manner of where no one is watching, I'm going to put 2 drops of laxative in the coffee.
oh my god. She's trying to kill us all.
Okay. So you,
Coming
yeah,
across someone interesting.
you're here on the second deck, and you look around to see if anybody's looking, and you see the same kind of gnome red shirt, like walking briskly past, like briefly makes eye contact with you, and then looks down and walks up the steps to the top deck.
Excuse me, 2 of the party members are gnomes. I don't like them to be referred to as just generic red shirts. Thank you.
Oh my god, am I racist against gnomes? Fuck.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Waco's be like, we gotta meet that guy later. He seems interesting.
Yeah, we don't all know each other, Mike.
You don't all know each other.
I guess they're all me.
Whoa, you had to go there. You had to make it worse.
So yeah, you drop a couple bits of the laxative into the to the coffee, and where are you going? What do you?
I'm gonna go either if I don't find DMX, I'm just gonna go and see if anybody needs coffee.
All right. So I would say you find DMX up on the top deck, just kind of standing by one of the rails, looking out at the ocean in a very kind of arms crossed, like he's guarding the boat from the water or something.
Straighten up my shirt and I make Waco's hide, and I walk up to him like really straight backed and be like, "Sir, I got you a cup of coffee."
Thank you. And he takes the cup from you.
It
Puts
just
one
and run away.
You run away. Okay, he puts one foot up on the rail, and as you look back, you just see him and kind of nod a little bit. It's the most positive reaction you've gotten out of DMX since you met him. All right, and you make your way back down to the second deck.
He's gonna have a reaction, all right.
So, yeah. All right. So the rest of you make your way back to Holfie's room. Holfie, what sort of state are you in?
I'm not there.
Like you're not there, or you're not there?
No, I'm not in the room.
Oh boy.
Do you want to tell us where you are? Do you want to?
I'll let them look first.
Okay. All right.
I'll say when they find me.
All right. So the three of you, you walk down the hallway, just kind of chatting amongst yourselves, like kind of shaking your head about Rowan a little bit, like, man. And you walk up to the room, and the door's open, and you're like,
Holfula? Holfula? I push the door open. We brought some... Holfie? Oh, God.
Check to see if he's rolled off the bed and wedged himself in between the wall and the bed.
Okay. I'll check under the bed.
I can't believe we let this man alone.
I came to get help, and then I just found it was so much worse than I realized.
Obviously, you do not see Holfie in there. Is there any...
I'm going to look for signs that might indicate where he went. I'm going to, investigate.
All right. So you're going to tell the results here, Matt. Holfie.
Make it, yeah.
Depending on the investigation check.
Give me a roll? All right, I'll roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Mike,
All right, you know what? I'm going to use D&D Beyond for this. Fuck it.
You're the DM now.
You.
play hide and seek.
It doesn't give me my proficiency, though. It should be +2 on top of that, right?
Should be. Is it? Are you proficient in it?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm a proficient. I'm a fucking investigator.
You are, yeah.
So that should be a 14.
Okay. Are you wearing something? All right, well, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
there's nothing.
So, what does he see, Matt?
Holfie.
Holfie.
What he sees is the blanket kind of rolled up and tossed into the corner of the bed.
I thought you were going to say, draped out the window.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go up and look in the fucking ocean. I don't trust anyone here.
You don't see. You see my jacket kind of hanging over a chair. You see my my jacket is there. You don't see my shoes. Actually, no, you see one of my shoes, and then you see.
Got a silver alert.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Most of my belongings are there in the room still. The door probably when he came by was not closed, but left just slightly open.
Well, he's got one of his shoes here, so he's probably hobbling around somewhere. Maybe we can listen for an oddly spaced gate walking down the hallway. See if we can find it.
All right, poke my head out into the hallway. Hofila!
He doesn't
I'm-
know his name right now.
I'm gonna run up to the deck of the ship and just start looking over the edge.
Okay. So you run up
If,
there.
yeah, if he's on the ship, it'll be fine. If he's off the ship, we've got seconds to minutes.
Yeah. As you walk up there, you see DMX kind of just set down a like an empty coffee mug on the floor of this deck, and you run over to the rail to look over the side of the ship. Does she? Let's say you're on port side. Does she see anything, Holfie?
Um,
Or do you want me to roll?
yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my
This would
God.
be like a perception check, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're just looking.
Oh, fuck. Well, a 3 turns into a 10 because I'm good at seeing.
Okay. Good.
All right. On the port side, no.
Shit.
You had to qualify that. What side? Port or starboard?
Alright. I'll run over to the starboard side and take a look as well.
All right. As you do, like DMX kind of just like turns and looks at you as you run to the other side, kind of frantically.
Seen an old man recently?
Yeah. No. Why?
No reason.
You?
No
Oh.
reason.
God, you people are weird. All right, and you run back over to the other side. I'll say you keep the same perception check. Does she see anything on that side?
A whopping 10.
No, not on the port side.
Not on the
What?
No, I ran over to starboard.
Oh, sorry,
No,
not
starboard. Yeah. Oh God, the perception is too low. He's drowning.
He really wants to play his backup character.
no,
Yeah.
So while everyone's looking for Holfie, I'm gonna try to find the gnome with the red jacket and try to bribe him to give DMX food. So if DMX doesn't feel good, he's gonna blame the other gnome. Just while everyone's doing their thing. That's
Yeah.
just
Assume DMX thinks all gnomes look alike.
maybe.
So let's do that real quick. So Rowan, so you look for that red shirt gnome that's kind of been running around. Is that right?
Yep.
You see him working on a hinge to a door on the deck below, one deck down. And he's just using the screwdriver and he's like screwing something in the joint in the hinge.
That you look like you're struggling.
Jesus Christ. No, I'm not struggling. Introduce yourself before you stick up on someone like that.
I'm Rowan. Hi.
Rowan, I am keen.
So DMX asked you to get him a muffin from the kitchen. I can finish this up if you want.
He wants me to grab him a muffin?
Yeah, so like some kind of bread, muffin, slice of bread, so something.
Go ahead and make a deception check. And I'll do an insight check on his part. Okay.
14.
What'd you get?
14.
All right. Yeah, so he kind of looks puzzled and he looks down at his screwdriver. He looks back up at you and looks down at his screwdriver. Kind of just slaps the handle side of it into your hand and just gets up and walks away mumbling to himself about muffin. All right. And he makes his way out. Okay.
Brewing.
Okay. And as you start screwing, it just kind of keeps turning, and you realize that this gnome was just continuously stripping this screw that is getting any tighter. Poor
This
guy.
gnome doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
All right, Trishkana and Zeph, what are you guys doing?
Probably pounding like open doors looking for Holfie below deck.
Walking up and down the halls trying to find him.
Okay.
Hofila!
Do they hear anything? Holfie?
They do not.
No. All right. So you guys are kind of looking in the rooms on these bottom two decks. If you want to each do an investigation check for me.
Sure.
I don't trust D&D Beyond already. It fucked me once.
One sec.
Let's use our
Oh,
Artema
I
die.
have portent rolls, by the way, that were excellent.
Oh.
My portent rolls for the day are 18 and 19.
Oh,
So I'm-
that's what was in the window.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I rolled a 19 on that one for a 23 investigation to find Holfi.
I rolled a 17 plus 22 plus 2, 24 for me.
Oh, I definitely just burned a portent roll. Shit.
You know what I'm going to give you guys? Give me 1 sec. I'm going to send you in. So, and also for anybody watching, if you want to see this map that I gleaned from Incarnate, credits to the person that created it. I did not make it. I'm putting it into the Discord chat for you, just so you have a sense of like where you are on the ship and what it looks like.
Cool.
So I'm going to put it into game discussion. There you go.
Another reason to be in the Discord, guys.
There you go. Yep. So there you go.
That's a beautiful map. Whoever made that. Well done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm on the. I guess I'm on the lower deck, banging around with my 24.
And then so the lower deck is where the kitchen is, where your rooms are. Holfi's room was kind of down the hall. And then there's the bottom deck. So there's really there's 4 decks to this, but the top 2 decks are on the very top of the ship. And then there's a lower deck and a hold.
Well, we would have scanned the lower deck quite quickly, so I went down to the hold instead.
Okay. And is that where you went to, Trishkana?
I would have split up with Zeph and gone
Okay.
to a different level of the ship so we could find him faster.
Okay. So let's say you went up to the main deck, Trishkana, and you went down to the hold, Zeph. So just tell me where you guys are looking or what you're doing. Holfi, did you have anything you wanted to?
With our awesome investigation checks.
I would
Yeah,
say
I rolled my hopefully.
those were high investigation checks, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you're pretty confident I am not below decks.
Oh fuck. Okay.
So you diligently searched hold and the lower deck, and
Shroomed to death.
it's only a ship, so I mean he could be hiding somewhere, but he is, from what you can tell, he is definitely not down in those 2 decks. He must be up on the main deck or the main deck or the quarter deck.
I know where the fuck he is. All right, I head up to the main deck and start looking up at like the masts and the sails and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see if I look up to say I guess the main sail, like the crow's nest, I guess 4, if I see him up there?
You see the sheets. You see them blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Sheets of the sail or your bed sheets?
No, the sheets of the sail. Yeah.
I turned to Zeph. Should I climb up and see if I can get a better view from above?
I would recommend it.
Okay. I start hiking up to the tallest crow's nest.
She fucking killed him. She fucking killed him. I'm saying to myself over and over again.
All right. So you climb up to the top of the crow's nest where you were communing earlier that morning. Trishkana, do an investigation check again. Or a perception check, I guess.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I know my ass ain't going up there.
Can I find him with a 5?
Fuck.
Holfi, does she find you with a 5 from this vantage point?
Looking all over the ocean, you don't see me. You're trying to look back where we've come from, and you don't see me in the water.
He put Rowan. Oh fuck! Does Rowan have a ring? Did he put it on and just fucking teleport into the bottom of the ocean?
I shout down to Zeph. I don't see him anywhere.
Great. Well, come back down, I guess. Fuck.
All right. Start climbing back down again. I was never good at hide and seek.
DMX kind of, what the hell are you all doing? Game of hide and seek?
We can't find Hofula. He's old and he's sick, and we just need to find
High
him.
as fuck.
How is he high?
Someone gave him some contraband of some kind.
No, it was natural. It was mushrooms. It's not.
I didn't need to tell him that, but okay.
If the 5 of you weren't in charge.
We're in charge.
Swear to.
Oh, that's right. We're in the charge. Find him.
Can you please?
Can you find him? Can you find him,
send
please?
some
Thank you.
officers to look for him, please?
Send some red shirts.
Don't have any officers any longer. I'm a one-man security team. They all died.
Didn't you recruit some of our new conscripted friends? I mean, Did we give them jobs? There were 10 of them. We have more
Yes.
hands on deck, don't we?
Yeah, but they're not fully trained yet. I suppose they could help.
Wait, how
All right,
many people are on deck right now?
All in, maybe like between you guys two, maybe 10 in total.
Ah, screw it. I'm turning into a giant octopus and looking in the ocean. I'll deal with this later.
Okay.
I'll like pull myself like over the edge with just my hands hanging on, and then I'll turn into a giant octopus.
Yeah. So some of the people on the deck see like your hands, and then they just see the hands like slowly morph into like octopus grippers, and just slide down the side, and you
Grippers.
splash into the Siren Ocean below the ship.
Is that a technical term?
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
slurp my suckers around the whole edge of this boat and
Whoa.
like look around and like be peeking my head above and below the water, being like anything, literally anything.
Investigation check. New setting
Is that okay? Investigation.
as an octopus.
All right. So I think that's still just my investigation check. Okay, much better. 19.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And there's also windows on the side of the ship as well that you can see into
Alright,
the ship
yeah.
as you kind of go around. But sorry, go ahead, Holfi.
So you find Holfi, and he is clinging to the maidenhead on the on the floor of the ship.
I was close.
I'm close. All right.
Are you like
I had the right idea.
All right. So I'm going to extend one of my tentacles with whatever their 15 or 20 foot reach and just wrap around Holfi and then like lift him up over the side of the ship and plop him down onto the deck.
I want to get away from her.
Oh,
climbing.
yeah.
So yeah, I want to try and pull myself onto. Is it the bowsprit? The long pole that goes.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like
So-
I contested something, or do you want me to do like an attack roll to see if I could just grab you and not actually attack you?
Fucking trippy is it that
No.
the giant octopus is not a hallucination?
Yeah.
No, he's
I
not going to
know,
be able
I
to
know.
tell anything apart at the end of this.
What is it?
Yeah.
So Mike, what would it be?
So if you're actively trying to get away from her, if you're actually like trying to get him even though he's moving away, just I don't know, just do a I would say,
Versus.
yeah,
I
just
could-
do it.
Like
Go ahead.
to hit, and then like I automatically, if the target is a creature, it's grappled with a DC 16 escape check.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could try to hit you first with my tentacle.
Yeah. So, oh, poor Holfi. I would say, yeah, you have to like latch onto him with your tentacle. So go ahead.
All right, so it's gonna be this roll plus 5, so that is 13 plus 5, 18 to
Yeah,
hit,
it hits.
to grapple. Or
All right. Yeah, I rolled a
know.
1.
oh shit!
Yeah, so you grab me, like, yeah! Pull the suckers off of me, and then just scramble up onto the bowsprit, and just you now see Holfi, who's just shirtless, just holding a rapier.
Holfi, as you're
1, 2, nasty fiend.
Holfi, go ahead, sorry.
You just got advantage from Mighty Jor, who just redeemed some points to make sure you keep succeeding and trying to die. Thank you, Mighty Jor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, get up in the calamari.
You as you make your way up the whatever it's called, the thing on the front of the ship. From your perspective, you're trying to escape this tentacle that's lashing out at you, and you're like, this isn't right. But you get the sense that like this, I don't know, this masthead or whatever is like alive and kind of helps you up, like pushes you up over, even though it's just you kind of crawling up there.
Mountain, like rising up out of the sea.
Yeah, and you look back and you just see like her head. It's actually a dragon. On the front of the ship, it's a dragon, and it's looking back at you, and it just like smiles, and just turns back and faces forward again.
Down, back to the depth once you came, and just take my sword and just like make like odd like little flourishes with it in the air. I'm not even looking at her anymore. Now I'm seeing octopuses that are flying.
And at this point, whoever is on the main deck, you do see Holfi here kind of flailing around with his rapier, shirtless, boxers, pants? What are you wearing?
Oh yeah, not pants. I've got my belt.
Yeah.
We were pulled the rapier out of and everything.
Okay.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
With your scarred hands. Go ahead. Sorry.
Zeph, there, get him.
Yeah, I've got like the seaweed cloth wraps that Trishkana was kind enough to give me, but otherwise, yeah, looking rough.
Zeph, grab him before he goes over again.
I reach out and run over and grab and try to believe. Obviously, he's larger than I am, a fucking gnome, right? So I'll do my best.
I look and see a centaur charging towards me.
Yeah.
When I'm climbing down, but once I get to the deck, I'll also run over and try and help Zeph.
It's okay. It's Zeph. It's Zeph. It's okay. It's Zeph. Please. Trust me.
The sound of Zeph's voice isn't quite right either. It's like it's Zuref, Zeph, Zuref, Zuref.
I don't speak horse.
I don't speak. Do you need me to speak horse? I don't speak horse. Come, please.
How would I need you to speak horse? I told you I don't speak horse.
How did you understand me then?
Holfila,
Oh,
Holfila, calm. We're your friends. You need to stay here on deck with us. Calm down, please.
on deck. Friends. Trishkana. Oh,
Yes.
God, you have had such a day. Oh,
Okay.
I put my rapier in. And
It's
then
only 9 a.m. Okay.
As you put your rapier in, Holfi, you catch kind of this color of light out of the corner of your eye, almost like light passing through a prism. And you take a quick look in the direction of where it came from, and it's just coming from the sky. And you swear for a moment as you look up, you see the same kind of patchwork of light, kind of pinkish, red, blue, kind of flickering, and then disappearing. It looks like normal sky, just very tiny, faint colors far off in the distance against the cloud.
It's weird because the sky is upside down and I'm falling away from it as I'm toppling, just head first into the ocean, having stepped off.
Wait, did you stepped off the deck?
No, off. So I was on the bowsprit, stepping towards you after putting my rapier in, kind of like taking a step confidently, thinking I was going to be walking onto the deck, but instead just plummeted straight off.
Okay.
That's what the giant octopus is for.
Yep.
I cast Featherfall on him, and I just.
Oh,
yelled,
so you're falling into the ocean?
Yeah, I just took a step right off the big wooden pole that's in the front, that's jutting out from the front of the ship. I just walked.
Yeah, I cast Featherfall on Holfi, and I just yelled, "Valsina, you again!"
Yep.
As you see this color in the sky off Holfi, you're falling slowly, and you're first when you walk off, you seem to be falling slowly, and then Trishkana casts Featherfall, and now you're actually falling slowly.
Time. Ooh.
So who's doing what? So you try to grasp onto him.
Yeah, I try to grab him with
tentacle-
one of my
Go
tentacles.
to do another attack roll.
Alright.
Holfi, you still have a banked advantage, so keep trying to
yeah.
die, my man.
So that is a 15 plus 5, so 20 to hit.
You got me.
Okay. So go and roll your damage.
I'm not trying to damage him, I'm just trying to catch him. You still want me to damage him?
It's no, don't worry about it. That's all right. So yeah, your tentacle kind of wraps around him, and from your perspective, Holfi, you just see this like angelic figure kind of just come down and wrap its arms around you and lift you up, and those faint colors against the cloud in the sky continue to glint and catch your eye, and it's beautiful.
Feel the octopus grab me. I just after octopus bungee jumping down. I see. I feel like I'm getting lifted up, and I just see the maiden head that I was crying, holding.
Yeah.
And just brush its face for just a moment.
And that color in the sky seems to move across the sky. It's like it's moving rather fast. And you get this. You feel like it's an angel.
I had a most rare vision. Oh, you don't see it. In the light, the sky, there's a light, and it's beautiful, rapturous vision. Pinks and an angel strewn just across the heavens there.
As I'm scaling the side of the ship a little bit more to put Holfi back down, I'll try to perceive what fever dream he's seeing in the sky.
Yeah, you look up and you actually make out the faint kind of colors flickering against the cloud as well, streaming across the sky, moving rather fast. You think
Do I
for a
have any
moment, did Rowan give me the mushrooms too?
It's just my weird octopus eyes. Do I have any idea what this is? Is this like a natural phenomenon, like, the green flash or aurora borealis near the equator?
Go ahead and do a nature check for me.
Somehow I'm bad at those. Natural 20. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. You,
21.
you've heard of something called a luck eagle. That is a large creature that the Astra are known to use as messengers that bear messages. They're kind of like a messenger eagle, right? But they have these feathers that seem to change colors and blend in with the background, almost like a cloak, like a cloaking system, natural cloaking system on this creature. And you recognize that in the sky, that's what they kind of look like, even though it's far away.
So while in my octopus form, I actually can do some of this. So I will discharge my ink cloud, and then I will use my tentacle to write luck eagle on the bow of the ship, and then
Ew, she
point
inked.
at.
Did you just
put
take our ship?
did you put Holfie on the deck yet?
Yes, I set him down. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
As soon as you set him down, I'm gonna say, I'm really sorry about this. And I cast hold person on Holfie so it just
Okay.
doesn't die.
So you're still staring up at the sky.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You think
can
you're
make a
being
wis-
pinned down by an angel.
You can make a wisdom saving throw if you want.
I'm kind of good for now.
Okay. All right. Holfie's paralyzed for the next minute while we try and straighten ourselves out. Oh God! And JF Messon just gave the DM advantage. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Do we want to take a break here? Is this
Let's
a good
do
spot?
it.
I could, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Um,
what's the magic word? Let's tell him what to do.
So for everybody watching, giveaway tonight, magic word is kiwi. Kiwi. Put it into chat by itself once and only once. Otherwise, Nightbot disqualifies you. And we'll take a 5 to 10 minute break. And then at the end of that break, we'll choose the winner.
Don't put kiwi in a word with anything else. It has to be on its own. Just type kiwi and hit enter, and you'll be entered to win Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep D&D Beyond digital download. So good luck.
Pre-order. Doesn't come out till March 15th.
But we'll send you the code so you can download it when it does.
You got it. Yep.
Good luck. We'll be right back.
All right.
And we're back.
Awesome. So we have a
Wait, what?
We have a winner for Call of the Netherdeep digital pre-order giveaway, and the winner is JF Messon.
Yay!
Congrats, buddy.
We need
The air horn.
horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did not play into giving the DM advantage. None of us appreciated that except the DM. So yeah, you won anyway. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks for the cooking tips.
There it is.
There you go.
Nice.
Now
Thank
it
you,
gives me a
Syrinscape.
reason to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've never been victorious as a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
All
I
right.
just lost
Cool.
at hide and seek. I mean,
And sorry to anybody who didn't win. It was a 1 in 3 chance, so it was. So I would say I was surprised more people to want free stuff, but
Pretty fucking good odds.
yeah, yeah.
we do appreciate you guys being here, though. You guys are always so much fun to have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, you plop up on the deck, Faustina, and in Squid Ink write Luck Dragon or Luck Eagle.
Luck Eagle.
On Luck Eagle on the. We're good. Now you guys know where I got it from.
I start writing dragon, I like squish it out, then I write eagle below it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Trishkana would recognize that, right?
You
Hopefully.
immediately know what she's talking about.
Okay.
The rest of you, if you all want to make nature checks to determine if you know what a Luck Eagle is,
Clearly, it's an angel.
Disadvantage for you.
you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know, Wolfie. Not in your
You said
state,
nature?
at least.
Nor would I be able
Yeah.
to communicate what I know.
No, you're
Yeah.
paralyzed for the next minute.
19. Woohoo!
How about you,
Oh,
Rowan? Are you
oh,
down below
17.
decks? You're not on top?
Currently down below decks doing
Okay.
something else.
Okay. Yeah, so Vasina, Trishkana, and Zeph, the three of you know this to be to resemble the traits of a Luck Eagle. And it is a large creature that isn't commonly found around the world. But you, Trishkana, you know Luck Eagles to be used by Astra to deliver important messages, urgent
I'll,
messages.
Yeah, I'll run to the foremost of the ship, and I'll just start whistling.
You see the glint against the cloud, kind of slow and then turn. It's almost like it's invisible. It's just all you see is that glimmer of light. As it turns, you do see the front of its head, kind of this eagle beak, but the eyes and back and back of the head are like a dragon, as it kind of turns and making its way down towards you.
Ooh. I haven't seen one of these in a bit.
Use a little luck right now.
And as it approaches the ship, you hear some of the other crew on the ship. What is that? And it's DMX and First Mate Thalia Harlan pointing up there.
Chill. It's cool.
It's a messenger. It's okay.
One of the other guards has a bow cocked, ready
No,
to
put-
unleash an arrow at it.
Don't
Put
you
that
dare.
away. It will defend itself. Put that down. It's
What
just
is
a
it?
messenger. It's a messenger. It's just delivering some kind of, I don't know, some kind of communication, but they can defend themselves, so please.
He keeps the arrow knocked and slowly lowers the bow. And the Luck Dragon, or the Luck Eagle, makes its way down towards the ship. And you see it's holding what looks just like a really small cylindrical satchel. It makes its way all the way down to the ship, and kind of lands, tilting. It's a large creature. It's about, let's see here, pull up my notes. So this creature is a massive winged beast, about 20 feet tall from head to end of tail, and even wider from wingtip to wingtip, adorned with large feathers conveying a wide spectrum of shifting colors. It lands on bear-like feet that, when it was flying, were pointed aerodynamically straight behind it, and a long tail trails in the wind. Yeah.
Where does it land?
On the ship.
Oh.
Kind of tilts the ship a little bit. You're at like a kind of permanent angle at the moment.
Now more of a submarine than a ship, right?
Yep.
I'll run up to it so it can see me. Hello, friend. Do you have a message? Oh, okay. I see. I just like reach up a hand to its cylinder. May I?
It snaps at your hand,
Oh, not for me. Who's this one for?
turns its head, and just points in the direction in which it was flying.
Oh. So this isn't for me? I can't have it? Is it someone for... Oh,
It backs away from you.
are you...
So I'll tell you
looking
what you know, is that these creatures are large and they're ferocious beasts, but they are generally peaceful. However, when they're carrying messages, that's why the Astra use them, is they will defend the message with their life. That they answer to basically their owner. And in order for someone to kind of, get that right to be the owner of that creature, you have to ride it.
Is there any kind of indication on its cylinder or anything of who its owner is?
You see the symbol of the Tugdar Gorana.
Am I familiar?
You know that this Astra Gorana was the Gorana that helped Emperor Salinor win the 100 Years' War. And they were, and the prince, the son of the king, the leaders of this clan, was to be wedded to Princess Selena.
You're headed to the mainland, aren't you?
And he kind of points in the direction of not the mainland, kind of south and west a little bit.
You recognized a Suma ship. Do you have Suma friends? You've been on the ship before, haven't you?
Shakes its head. Yeah.
Thank you for the follow. Oh, thank
Wow.
you for the subscription.
Thank you.
Aw. Trishkana doesn't have any kind of confidence that she could, like... Thank you also for the follow. Trishkana doesn't have confidence that she could, like, tame this thing. She's way too afraid of it. She just kind of, like, looks around like, who can I help you find? I don't feel like you're going to let me have that letter, so...
And it just kind of just nods its head in the direction it was going, and it starts to slowly flap its wings as it seems to want to leave.
Should we try and make it stay? It seems wrong. But I really want to know what's in that.
I don't, can this thing, do I know, can this thing understand, common?
It doesn't. This is the best way I could put it. It's kind of like a dog, right? It gets a sense of what you're saying,
Alright.
but it doesn't. It's not fluent in common.
Alright. I will get out of my octopus form, and then finally using a attribute of my race, I will use speech of beast and leaf. I can communicate with, though not understand, beasts and plants. So I'm going to tell it that, we understand that it's looking for someone, and I don't want to take your message, but if you let me see who it's addressed to, maybe I can help point you in the right direction.
But you can't understand it back, right?
Yeah, I can't understand it back, but it knows what I'm saying to it, and I have advantage on charisma checks to influence them.
Okay. So this is like a golden retriever. It is its main job is to protect the message it's delivering for the Astra race. You can make a persuasion check.
Okay.
What you know about these creatures is that it's highly unlikely that you would get it to do what you're asking it to.
Yeah, no, 8.
Okay. So it turns its face towards you as you communicate with it. And it looks back. It came back down a little bit, and now it's starting to flutter up again.
Oh. You come back if you find the Vorkala Gorana. I miss them. definitely recognize this ship, right? What was that about?
Ooh, I want to ride it, but I shouldn't.
You could. You could, Valsina. If any of us could, it's you.
I can ask it. Maybe it's. I'll look at it and be like, is your destination close? Can I come with you?
And it kind of its beak lunges like really far towards the direction it was flying, like he's saying far.
And which way are we heading right now?
You're heading southwest. You're heading in the direction you were going when you were on the Selena on board
Right,
your
and it is
previous
pointing.
vessel.
what
Southwest. Southwest.
No, well, why don't we just invite it to stay? We're heading in the same direction.
Or you could try and tame it.
It's very fast. It would definitely prefer. It's a fast creature.
All right. Well, will you let me accompany you to your destination? And I'll like kind of extend my hand out to it, like but part way, as in like I'm not gonna try to touch you, but I'll offer my hand if you want to like touch back to say yes.
It puts its head down
All right.
on the deck.
Okay. All right. Well,
Do you know anything about? So you see Valsina doing this, Trishkana, and you know what happens when someone tries to ride a luck eagle. It is going to be challenging.
You might die, but you could also get a luck eagle. So,
I mean, I feel like if anyone's gonna fall off the Lucky Eagle in the middle of the ocean, it should be me, because at least I can turn into a shark and swim back.
yes, it probably will attack you, but if you succeed, then you'll have a luck eagle.
Is Valsina still an octopus?
No, I stopped being an
More-
I
octopus.
was gonna say like an octopus, like let.
So it has its head down, like it's ready for you to climb on if you are going to.
Let me, yes, let me see if I got any cheeky little spells to help me. I don't think I do, though.
And JF Messon just redeemed give a player advantage to Valsina. So,
Okay.
the fates are in your favor, Valsina.
All right. I'll kind of put my hand on my chest and give myself guidance, the cantrip, along with the guidance of JF Messon, and attempt to sit on top of this majestic beast.
Okay. So as you grab onto, the head is covered in scales, and you grab onto the scales to flip yourself up, and even as soon as you grab onto the scales to kind of throw your legs over it like you're mounting a horse. One sec, please.
Oh, here we go.
Oh god.
You don't even have an opportunity to get your legs up as it jerks its head up, and just massive wing toss this time as the rest of you feel this massive gust of air blow over you, push you back. The ship, after it kind of takes off from it, ship suddenly lulls the other way, tossing the four of you to your feet. You, Valsina, you're hanging onto the scales, legs dangling from the side of this luck eagle's head. Real quick, just roll initiative for me. It's not combat, so to speak, but just order of operations. Just tell me what you get.
17.
17. All right. So you are up first. So what do? This massive luck eagle just flailing about as it's rising higher and higher above the boat. You see the boat beneath your feet kind of bobbing back and forth violently, having been,
All right.
wait.
Do I get the impression that this is going to be more of a test of strength or a test of like dexterity?
It's going to be more dexterity.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As I try to pull myself up on this eagle, I will cast Enhance Ability on myself and give myself Cat's Grace.
Cat's Grace. What does that do?
Cool.
I have advantage on dexterity checks, and I don't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
All right. Excellent. All right. So you are dangling on to the side here as you take a moment, like a quick breath. And then what do you try to do?
I try to get up on this beast.
Okay, so yeah, you try to swing yourself up there. I know I said generally it'd be dexterity.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna
now it's
swing
strength,
your
yeah.
legs up. This one is going to be strength as you try to swing your legs up and over the neck of this beast.
All right. So that's a 12 plus my guidance, which is what? So 13.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Actually, I divinely foretold that was going to be an 18 this morning, so.
Okay, so 19 it is.
All right. All right. Yeah, so you're successful. So you pull all your muscles, like you're doing a pull up, and you just swing your legs over the neck, and you're hanging on to the scales. You reposition yourself so you feel like a solid grasp onto the luck eagle. The luck eagle kind of, as you climb up there, kind of rears its head back and basically does like a front flip. It dives and makes itself upside down, trying to toss you off into the water. You're now upside down with your back towards the ocean waves below you, and it tries to toss you off.
Yep.
Oh, there she goes.
All right. Go ahead and make your dex save for me.
All right.
Advantage.
Yep. So that is a 14.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so it tries to toss you off. And I would say with a 14, it doesn't toss you off entirely, but you do lose a hold of one of the scales. And you're still grasped onto the other one as it kind of completes the 360 that's going to do. You're now hanging onto the scales with one hand on the side of the neck of this luck eagle again.
All right, so is that strength to get back on top of it?
If you want to try to get back up again, yeah, go and do another strength check for me.
And do I have to declare that I want to use the advantage ahead of time?
Yeah, typically, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna roll with advantage for this one.
Okay.
Woo, 16.
All right, yeah, so once again, you
Make
can...
sure you have medicine.
Yeah, you once again can pull yourself up there, and you're hanging on. The luck eagle this time like kind of tosses itself left and right, trying to throw you off of his shoulders, and need you to make another dex save for me as it kind of goes to like almost a 90-degree angle to either side.
Okay, that is a 16.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to hang on just fine as it tries to shake itself off of you.
And I'm gonna try to speak to it soothingly so it can understand me. Be like, whoa, it's all right, it's okay. I just want to go where you're going.
Okay. So it just, you hear a really low, angry, as opposed to like kind of the purring it was doing on board the ship. All right, so I need you to do one more dexterity save for me, as now it's trying to do like a 360, but shifting to the side, tries to toss you off. Let's make it a 360. So one more dex save.
20. Dirty
20.
20. Dirty 20.
All right, so it completes a 360, and like you kind of pop back up, and you're still hanging on there, looking forward over the eyes of this luck dragon, and it spirals. It slows down. It kind of spirals and makes its way down to the to your ship.
I think it agreed to take me.
It lands on the ship again. A lot of the crew kind of like holding on to the rails as the ship rocks back and forth. They just
Percy,
watch
you
the
did
show.
it. You did it.
I kind of like pet its neck and scratch in between its little scale feathers.
Oh my goodness.
Thing's huge.
As you hop off, so Trishkana, you notice that its tail, what wasn't there before was spikes. The tail now is spikes that kind of came off of it, and those spikes now kind of recede and go back into the tail of this creature. It looks like it was ready for battle, but Trishkana or Valsina dominated it.
Valsina, I think you tamed it. I think it'll work with you now.
Think it'll take us where we need to go?
Well, it's a courier of messages, not of us. We can follow it. Now you can see what the message is. I don't think it'll let us open it, but you can.
All right, I'll slide off of this luck eagle and ask a dragon, like, can I see who this is addressed to?
Mhm.
As I like
Uh,
half reach towards it, but let it, give it time to answer.
It kind of like turns its chest towards you where the satchel is hanging from, and you do see a symbol on there. You don't know what it is. Trishkana does, but there's a symbol on it, and yeah, it's just a cylindrical satchel that is kind of holding around its chest or its neck. So
All right, I'll open the satchel, I guess, and see what's inside.
all right, so inside, I will send this to you privately in Discord. You pull out, the rest of you see her pull out what looks like a similar to what you were talking to Holfi about, like a piece of seaweed, basically, that's been rolled up. So one sec, let me... You can choose to share this with the rest of the party on the Discord if you want. Sorry, give me
Okay.
one sec. I'm trying to find it. I just had it. There we go. There you go.
I'm gonna
All
zoom in and enhance on this. Hold up.
What's it say?
All right, I'll share it with at least Trishkana,
Okay.
since she seems to know a lot about this luck eagle.
Okay.
All
Someone
our
else can read it
video
out loud,
quality
'cause
just went to crap.
I
Uh,
am very bad at reading out loud.
okay. DM, do you want to also send me a copy and Trishkana would read it out loud?
Yeah, absolutely.
Valsina is also bad at reading out loud because I am bad at reading out loud.
Oh, zoom and enhance indeed. Oh my goodness. It's from the Tukdar Gorna. Gorna is like our family and our ship, if that makes sense. Anyway. It says Tidings Elder Tralbun. Do I know who that is?
You know the name. They're a Gorana.
Okay. It says, the wedding has turned sour and Salinor has betrayed our arrangement. My husband and son have both been killed. Salinor attempted to make it look like the Dola Khan were the killers, but the hired assassins, while successful in their goal, were found out by the Otho family, and Salinor's scheme was exposed during the wedding. I haven't long in writing this letter. I sit here with Nicloy Clogfelper, and I cast an eye at Holfi, a surgeon who travels with the Otho family, and their spies have come across some information you should know. War is now certain between the Dervos Empire and the Dola Khan. With whom the other kingdoms will side remains unclear, but Salinor commands a large army and many do not wish to invoke his wrath. Secondly, Salinor has grand ambitions and seems to be in search of some ancient artifact, or several. The Otho family intercepted communications between Salinor and one Admiral Randall, where Salinor expressed his disappointment in Randall allowing a ship to go missing from a lighthouse off the coast of Loudwater. Salinor seemed even more upset that Admiral Randall tried to hide his failure in protecting the lighthouse from a band of diabols. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Okay. That were being conscripted to Artema.
Wait, that's us, guys.
Yeah, that's us. They seem to infiltrate the lighthouse and escape aboard a small boat. Oh god, no, they know where we are? Salinor would not have known the truth had an Ostra pirate working with the Salinor not betrayed Randall's lies. That's Suma. Salinor was even more dismayed that Randall allowed these 5 to continue to Artema. It seems Randall wanted to sweep this matter under the rug, so to speak. Finally, just before the wedding, Salinor received word that a captain in his navy fleet perished, and an entire ship was lost. The same ship carrying the 5 diabols, us. Salinor seems intent on finding the crew of the ship and assume a prisoner they had aboard. Nicloy and I must flee, until we speak again. Makura Tukdar. Oh, there's one other. P.S. Princess Selena has been captured by the very assassins Salinor hired, and an entire battalion of gold boots have been dispatched to retrieve her. Oh my goodness.
So you guys heard the whole thing. I'll put the whole thing into the Discord if anybody, for future reference. Yeah.
I thought they didn't know what happened to us.
They did somehow. Do they think we're dead now since the ship was lost?
Oh, maybe. That's a lot.
Was DMX awkwardly standing there when we read this out?
You did just read it on the main deck, and there is several crew aboard here.
Is he ever not
They
awkward
seem-
in anything?
Here, I'll tell you what. I'll do a perception check for it.
MX might be in the bathroom at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, he probably would be.
Oh yeah, you're
Very
right.
well would
I
be.
totally forgot about that.
From
Thanks,
nice.
Alicia.
Good
Yeah.
job.
You
Well, he
hear
should do a
DM,
Constitution save.
you hear DMX's voice bellowing from the decks below, something about a muffin. As he's muffin. I'm never eating another one of muffin again.
Constitutional save.
Keen. Yeah, we'll do a Constitution save for it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, he's hurting.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, who would have guessed that nonsense that Rowan pulls just for the sake of being chaotic would come in so handy?
Never
right.
question Rowan again.
See, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's a lot to take in. Are we in danger?
Are we ever
Probably.
not?
Oh, Holfie,
Ah! No! No!
are you all right?
Everything is sparkly.
Okay, you're still in it, huh? Okay,
I'm in water.
you're just in a state. We're gonna let you sleep it off.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Where's my shirt?
So all I'll say, so Holfie, did you hear them read the letter?
I was paralyzed, but kind of heard it. But also, I don't think I think at this point, like nothing. I was kind of like still, like seeing the bird right above me. I was a little bit transfixed by like the
Yeah.
yeah.
So you did hear the name Nicloy Klugfelper,
At that,
but you tell me what you perceived of it. You're still tripping balls, and it's really weird that nobody who knows Nicloy Klugfelper would ever say her name in front of you. So
sorry, that letter you're holding.
Yes?
Can I see it again? Can I see that, please?
Okay. I hand it to him.
And just grab the paper. Oh.
and yes, that letter should say Suma instead of Astra. DM mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you pull up the letter and you read through it as well, Holfie, and you do see Nicloy Klugfelper's name on there.
My hands are just like shaking, holding it.
What does it
A little
mean, Holfie?
I think at this point, like moment of clarity, like Holfie is turned sober as a judge and just.
I don't keep up to date with a lot of the mainland politics. Do you understand this? Are you all right?
I told her time and time again not to get in, not to follow.
Who?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Hand the paper back. I get up. I just grab what looks like just maybe like a coat or if there's like anything I could use, like a extra piece of sailcloth, something, and just like drape it over myself and head back downstairs to my quarters.
Yeah. So you find like a piece of sailcloth, maybe used to patch up some of the sails, and you wrap it around yourself and head down to your room. Yep. The rest leaving the three of you on the main deck. Rowan, are you still down below?
Yeah, I sent you a message.
That's not good news.
I guess,
I fucked with your shit.
What's that?
So Rowan, let's do this. Can you do a sleight of hand check for me?
That feels right.
Checks out.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Success. Anyhow, the three of you above deck, the three of you have this letter now. What are you doing?
Alright, maybe we should transcribe a copy of it before we give it back to the Lucky Eagle.
Should we give it back to the Lucky Eagle?
Do you want it to talk to Elder Tralboon?
Here's the thing. I think the Lucky Eagle is yours now.
Is that how it works? I like look at the Lucky Eagle.
Lucky Eagle.
You've tamed it.
Oh shit! What do Lucky Eagles eat? We're on a ship.
They can fend for themselves. Don't worry
Perlits.
about that. But you must respect it. They're not household pets. It's more like a partner now.
Okay.
I'm kind of jealous.
Well, you know what? Why don't you work with it as well, just in case the Perlid comes out of me and murders me?
Okay.
Probably needs a backup owner, maybe?
I wouldn't even say owner. You really are more like a partner.
Backup business associate? Life partner?
I don't want to tell you what to do with your new, courier, but it would be great to get a message to Mike Orana. Do you mind?
Okay. I think yeah, I'm sure. You said it can fend for itself, right?
Oh, yeah. They're very
And I'm sure
capable.
he's familiar with your Gorna, right? I mean,
I
okay.
don't know where they are, but I bet, she?
How
Can
do we
we
figure
check?
out their name? Yeah.
Yeah, can we check real quick and figure out
Well,
what their pronouns are?
it's smart. Maybe he can tell, or they can tell us instead of just taking a peek.
What name are you trying to glean?
We are trying to figure out what its pronouns are. So, like, Valcine and I are just like, are you a he, a she, or a they, or?
Yeah.
Um,
How does this work?
So as you go through the list of pronouns, you do, right? You kind of
It's part bird. Everything's internal. We can't see it.
Yeah, we can't just peek. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to
Yeah.
figure out like what they, we want to get to know them a bit before we send them away.
As you go through the list of pronouns kind of quickly, and it kind of nods right away, and you circle back around. You go, he?
He?
He.
There you
Ah,
go.
all right.
Okay.
We don't have to deal with eggs. That's good. Okay.
Perfect. Do you mind if we send him to maybe, he can find my Gora now. I can't, but can we?
What do you want to? I mean, I guess, yeah. You're more familiar with Lucky Eagles than I am, so you know what they
Okay.
enjoy doing.
Right there on the deck, I get out a cured piece of seaweed parchment and my quill, and I just write a letter to my grandmother.
Okay.
And I just bring her up to speed on like what's been going on in just like a couple of paragraphs briefly, that I'm okay and what I'm hoping to find out, and just see if she has any advice for me or any news.
Okay.
And I roll it up and I just put like Taiga Vorkala on it. I hand it to Valcina because I don't want to touch his cylinder.
Now, you said there was a symbol on this cylinder?
Oh, right. We should take that off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking before we send it back out there. What is this symbol?
It's a symbol of the Tukdar Gorana. The Tukdars being, you can explain it to him if you want, or I can again. Trishkana is the only one that knows this is the Gorana that helped Emperor Salinor win the war, and Prince was to be wedded to Princess Selena.
It would take some time, but I guess I would work with Valcina to take the satchel off the Luck Eagle and try and change the emblem on it. Like maybe, I don't know, like carve it out and then carve another one on the flip side, like on the blank side. And should we put my Gorana or should we make our own? Like, who are we? Maybe we're just our own group now.
Can we do that?
I mean, we
You guys
made our
can-
own little
yeah.
family.
At this
Holsey's
point-
not here, but I feel like he'd want us to be Siren saviors. Let's go. I'll write that down.
We'll say at this point, Holfie comes back upstairs or up above decks. Both shoes. with a
Hey,
Hey, here we go.
that's how you know he's sobering up. He's got both shoes on.
Yeah.
no jacket, but he's got his shirt. Looks like he's wearing just a pair of gloves over the wound, over the dressings and everything. Kind of finds a spot. You see he's just kind of walking, pacing in a huff. Find a spot, kind of in a clear in the deck and everything. Draw out the rapier and just begin. Looks like he's doing almost like calisthenics, like practicing fencing maneuvers and everything, molinettes and ripostes, and just trying again and again to just practice against an imagined enemy. Just frustrated at each blow, trying to perfect the swings again and again and again.
Should we just leave him to that?
Maybe for now. Do Luck Eagles like anything like gems or coral or fish or anything?
Yes. They are attracted to silver.
Silver.
Sure, yes. It's canon because I said it out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rowan, what do you think? Should we make our Luck Eagle like representative of our group? Like he belongs to us? Like who are we?
Wait, you're
So
asking-
at this point, Rowan, you've emerged from below decks as you're like, the rest of you see her emerge, and she kind of like fiddles with something in her bag, like satchels up her bag and appears at the top of the deck.
Oh, Big Bird.
Yeah, you're wondering where this thing came from, Rowan.
Oh.
Yeah, don't try to touch it. I think I'm the only one that can touch him.
I wasn't gonna touch him.
Okay. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah. So is it like your pet now or something?
Nah, he's like our business associate.
Yeah, I like that.
We're in business.
He's
That's how we
he's our counsel.
Uh,
This is what I'm asking. If he is going to partner with us and help us as a group, then who are we as a group? What do you think, Zeph?
Do I think he helps us as a group, or do I think what our name should be? Are we naming ourselves now?
Sure.
I think we've gone through the obligatory amount of near-death experiences together to form a group, right?
Is that
We've
is that
trauma
what-
bonded.
Is that what adventurers do? We name ourselves after our antics?
trauma bonded to like the trauma squad or something?
Oh my.
The trauma squad.
Trauma
I
squad.
think that's more of like an
Indeed.
inside name for us. Like we got to get something a little nicer for other people to call us.
Imagine like the chief of a very important tribe and announcing our, entrance at some dinner somewhere. What would you want them to shout? I don't know how that works.
At this point, Caulfield will say,
Terrified and clueless?
We'll write that one down as an
Clueless and
option.
terrified actually has a better ring to it. Kind of like naked and alone.
Okay, that's dark, Seth. Holfie, what do you think?
at the point, like when the dropping the sword down, because like
Got
the
away with words.
just hurting with the gloves even. Suppose a siren's shadow, something maybe to suggest their dark deeds are coming back to haunt them. I don't know.
Oh, I like that.
I can't at the moment.
You kind of play with water. Be the hand of the sea. No, that's not. Maybe that's weird. That might be weird.
No, it's not bad actually.
Well, there's 5 of us, so maybe before we settle on a name, and Trishkana will just start doodling like an emblem with 5 points on it, and kind of like a ship in the middle. This can just be us, and then we'll figure it out.
Pentagram?
Oh God, is it?
Oh, no. 5 fingers, and
The
the
siren's hand.
siren's hand.
Actually, I like that because both of you have lost a hand on this adventure.
Talking about hands a lot today.
I know.
Oh my god.
Oh, Zeph doesn't like it. Okay.
Don't remind
I'm
me.
still quite terrified and traumatized. Oh, the double T's.
Yeah.
That's good.
The TTs? You want to be the TTs?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Siren's Hand.
I like it. I like it.
Siren's Hand.
Just
I
look at Zeph and wait for him to make a joke.
Oh yeah.
Siren's Hand, like, which siren? Are we the hand of the ocean?
I feel like it.
Oh, you would.
We could flip around. I mean, we had 2 name suggestions. That's 4 words total. We could do another combination of those words.
Oh, we could make our business card a hand, but with just one finger up.
Oh, and we could even incorporate the double T's into the logo as like the masts of the ship.
Thanks for subscribing to A Day. We love you.
Thanks.
Chat, if you have an idea for what 5 sailors that keep almost getting killed every week, let's hear it.
You guys can take a week. We can.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
this might be a good spot
Yeah.
to call it for the night. And,
Yeah?
Okay.
but I'll say in the
We can
meantime,
start-
you do scratch like an emblem onto. You scratch it like over the old Gorana symbol. Like you gotta scratch it out and.
I scratch the old one out and then I flip it over where it's like, just a blank piece of leather or canvas or whatever. And then I write down, like, kind of artistically make an emblem represented in 5 and then some water.
And then just scrape up some of the octopus ink that I left on the ground.
Should have started there. Yep. That's in there too.
And you roll up. I assume you roll up your message and you stuff it in there, and you keep the message that was for
Yeah.
wherever it was. Okay, and you close it up. And what do? Do you send the lucky eagle off on its way? Doesn't know where it's going.
Yep. Can you go to
Doesn't know where it's going.
Can you take this to my grandma Taiga on the Vorkala Gorana? I knew he'd
And
know.
It flies away.
Right. And then as it's going away, I'll be like,
Mhm.
and assuming we're keeping the same trajectory, you can meet back up with us, right? All right. Yep. He's
Yep.
smart. He can calculate the winds.
Yeah, no, he can find us again.
Assuming he has much better understanding of the airspace and the currents than I ever
Nice.
could.
He is a giant ocean Hedwig.
You see as it rises into the sky, the feet aerodynamically go back, its tail dragging in the air behind it. It seems to elongate as its wings flap, and it almost disappears against the sky, except for that faint kind of prismatic color that you occasionally see. And it's heading southwest. And I think that's where we'll call it for this evening.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Chat, thank you guys so much for being
Yeah.
here. You guys are so much fun. We love you. Congratulations, JF Messin, for your Call of the Nether Deep download. We'll hit you up on Discord and get you the code so you can download the pre-order. So you can pre-order the download.
Tune in next time to find out what Rowan did successfully.
I would also like to know that.
Yep.
Floating fools.
Only
That's
2
hurtful.
people know. 5 floating fools. Let's re-roll that giveaway. Just kidding. It's all yours. 5
Mike,
floating fools.
I'm so happy to be back in Artema. Thank you.
Yes.
Me too.
I love it here.
Me too. It's like visiting old friends.
All right. Good
Thanks
night,
everybody for
everyone. Thanks
watching.
for being here.
Yeah.
Right.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.